Ahoy, Pikachu! We're about to enter some strange adventures. What's he going on about? Well, hello there! Welcome back. It's time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago. It has been surfing my coffee table ever since, providing me with constant comic book shop style conversation, the kind I wish to have with you today, right here and right now. The Golden Age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955, the Silver Age between 1956 and 1970, the Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby myself, from 1970 until 1985, and the Copper Age begins in 1985. I get these definitions and standards from the glossary of the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, the most current edition. Get yours too. Yeah, it's a good find. And from noob to veteran, if these 2 books have passed under your radar, then stop, drop, and giggle. You are getting a great recommendation from a good source. Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud, and How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way by Stan Lee and John Buscema. But see, like comic books, a monthly, it's a magazine, and we're the outsider, and we're looking in. And this is taking the insider view, looking outward from the inside of the panel, through sequential art, through art history, through cartooning, to photorealistic, to different types of storytelling, and then to figures and forms and body types and how to draw and what's the best position for a punch. And most importantly, perspective. Yes, I love comic books, and if you love comic books too, then you are in the right place at the right time. I am using this book for its intended purpose. This is a 365 days book. We're opening up to today's date, October the 17th. We're going to look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age. We're going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are the most important ingredient in our recipe here today. Pull up a chair to the coffee table for the coffee book and the coffee table talk. Bring a cup of your favorite whatever. I need more coffee. Yes, indeed. I'm having some Guatemalan Huehuetenango from my French press. It's a medium roast bean. I love this coffee. Let's get to it. I hope you are clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. I've got 2 bookmarks in here. What's going on? What is going on here? I'm using my business cards as a bookmark too. It's pretty good. This is October the 17th. This is story by John Broome. Pencils by Carmen Infantino. Inks by Bernard Sachs. It is from Strange Adventures. Number 9, June of 1951. The origin of Captain Comet. All right. Well, let's look at the art. Yeah. It's a splash page. It's the story of the origin of Captain Comet. Yes, indeed. There's some kind of ray there. There's some kind of satellite, perhaps. There's some kind of glowing hero. And those are definitely bad guys because one's wearing a hat and the other one's got a .45 automatic. These are the trappings of the gangsters. We've been looking at this all year long. Do you believe me? The trappings of the gangster? Yeah, I mean, those are archetypes. But who is Captain Comet? And why? This is from his first appearance. His first appearance is in Strange Adventures number 9. He was created by Julia Schwartz, John Broome, and Carmen Infantino. His name is Adam Blake. And he's a metahuman. He was born this way with these powers. What are his powers? Superhuman strength and invulnerability, immense telekinetic and telepathic powers, flight, super speed, tremendous intellect, photographic memory, concussive energy shot, aura vision, teleportation, clairvoyance, pose cognition, extended lifespan, and accelerated Healing. Also, just a little bit of invisibility in there too. Wow, he's basically a cipher. He's anything story needs in order to solve the problem. He is just this all-around Swiss Army knife of a superhero. He's got like everything. I mean, I wonder where's the kitchen sink power? Yeah, and so he appeared in DC magazines in the late part of the Golden Age, up until 1953. And then we don't see him again until 1976, when Jerry Conway brings him as a supporting character in The Secret Society of Supervillains, which was this great all-villains magazine of the Bronze Age in the mid-70s. I gotta get a couple back issues of that. I love getting Bronze Age grab bags at my local comic book shop. And actually, today's spinner rack selection is from one of those Bronze Age grab bags. I mean, I'm walking out of my local comic book shop. There's a rack outside full of, grab bags and other things, and like, action figures, old toys, old movies, old books. And it always catches my eye. Bronze Age grab bag, $10. There's 4 issues in there. They're pretty, iffy conditions, but I like the stories. I like the art. And I was reunited with an old friend from being a teenager. This is 1985's Giant Size Annual for $1.25. It's annual number 9. This is amazing because this is written by Chris Claremont, but it has amazing art by Arthur Adams, and it's even inked, but it was inked by Alan Gordon himself, Art Adams, and Mike Mignola. But it's Tom Wachowski on the lettering. I love Tom Wachowski's lettering. There's a sublime art to great lettering, and I was spoiled. I grew up with Tom Wachowski, who was this Marvel super. So he was like, he was part of the bullpen. And he got a lot of. He was consistently. He got a lot of work, and Petra Scottese is the colorist, and Nocetti is the editor of this title at the time. Great comic books, and Jim Shooter was the editor-in-chief. And just like we've got 2 of my favorites in there. We got the New Mutants, and we got the Uncanny X-Men, and it was a great team for the X-Men. Look at that. There's Rogue. We got Kitty Pryde, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Wolverine in his proper height, Storm with her new wave mohawk. We got Cyclops, and we've got Rachel Summers from the alternate future of Days of Future Past, and she's accepted the Phoenix role, and she premieres a new outfit in this too. But this art, this one's really cool because the X-Men end up in Asgard. And look. Is that Storm? And she's got a hammer in her hand? I mean, this stuff's been going on for like the entirety of comic books. It's like, Jane Foster was not the first to wield Mjolnir, apparently. First lady. But like, this art is amazing. But look at all that story. Look at all those voice bubbles. These Marvel comics were always a bit more talky than their DC counterparts. I mean, seriously, that's a lot of story in there. There's a lot going on in this funny book. Let's see. We got Ilyana Rasputin and Doug Ramsey. I loved the New Mutants. These guys were great. There's Loki. Everyone remember Loki, right? Loki. Hello, anyone? Loki. Keeping this low key. And oh yeah, this is some good stuff. Wow. You know what I'm looking for that I'm not finding? Advertisements. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. There's boom, Storm. It's her own hammer. It's not Mjolnir. There's Hela. Anyone seen Thor Ragnarok knows her. Oh my goodness. This is a $1.25 magazine, and there are no internal ads. There's an advertisement over here on the inside cover. The other inside cover has the checklist, and on the back we have a house ad. But we have 0 advertisements in this. But what we have here We got Madeline Pryor. Who's Madeline Pryor? Madeline Pryor is a clone of Scott Summers' love, Jean Grey. He married a clone of his dead wife, and they had a baby named Nathan, who we all know as Cable. So there's always been some kind of tenuous thing with with Jean Grey being Cable's mother, because she's really not. And this Abrams art is just amazing. I love looking at these comic books. This is great characters. Look at just great art. Look at Kurt. Look at that face. We got Danny Moonstar. We got all the New Mutants. And I love this. This Star Trek reference right here was always so much fun. I was 12 years old when this came out. This is the X-Men Annual, Volume 1, number 9, 1985. And, this was just really good stuff. I'm glad I got to share this with you today. So this is today's spinner rack. Yes, I took this off my spinner rack. It's a Bronze Age grab bag title. And actually, no, I got this for $20. Oh, this was a different sale. Okay, I take that back. This is a Bronze Age title. Maybe even Copper Age. No, maybe Bronze Age. Exactly, huh? And that's where we have conversations about the ages. Okay, this was buy two, get one free. So I bought 2 other copies of the X-Men that had the Olympia bike ad on top. And those were about $20 a piece, too. So you pay, so I got one free. Yeah, this all right. And but most definitely, if you see a grab bag, snag it up. They're really rewarding. You get some really awesome deep cuts, and I'm really in it for the ads too. But I had this when I was a kid. So happy to be reunited with it. This is my spinner rack pull of the day. We've been talking comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. We make daily content here. I talk about cooking. I talk about spirituality and purpose. I point out planets in the clear morning if they're evident. If there are bunnies having their breakfast, we hop to it with the bunny. We really do. It's I try to do a lot here, I guess. Enough, you know what I mean? I can't do everything. But I'm also doing a movie series this month of October. It's called the 31 Days of Halloween. You can find the link to the playlist and check it out. We're doing a horror movie a day. And there's also there's a group of us on Twitter that we're all checking in with our daily offerings of our 31 Days of Halloween. I'm doing a movie video. I love doing movies. I love movies. And there's just some movies hopefully I can turn you on to as well. Namaste, good luck, God bless, and we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao, bye-bye.